So here we are, we're going to trace our meridians here at the New Hampshire seacoast. So we're going to start by tracing central and governing. Take your hands, put them at the level of the pubic bone, come straight up the front of the body to the lower lip. Reach your hand behind you below the buttocks, come out all the way up the back, over the top of the head, and end at the upper lip. We're going to start with spleen because it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to come down to the medial aspect of the big toe. So come straight up the inside of the legs, flare out at the hips, all the way up to the top of the armpit, back down to the bottom of the rib cage. Give yourself a little tap. Now we're going to go to heart. So you're going to take your hand, put it in the opposite armpit, come straight down the inside of the arm and off the little finger. Give it a little tweak. Other side, straight down the inside of the armpit, off the little finger, give it a little tweak. Now we're going to small intestine. Turn your hand over. Go to the baby finger. Come straight up the back of the arm to the shoulder. Drop down just a little bit on the shoulder. Come back across the neck to the cheekbone, back to the opening of the ear. Now on the other side. Come to the baby finger. Straight up the back of the arm to the shoulder. Drop down on the shoulder. Come across to the cheekbone, back to the opening of the ear. Now we're at bladder. Come to the inside of the eyebrows. Come up over the head and land at the shoulders. Leave the meridian there. Go back up and grab it. Come straight down the back to below the buttocks. Come back up, go back down and around the buttocks. Leave the meridian there. Come back up, tap the outer channels. Leave them there. Go back up and grab them. Come straight down the back, over the buttocks, down the back of the legs to the knees. Come out slightly at the knees, then go over the calves, come down the side of the legs and off the baby toes. Now we're coming to kidney. Come to the K1 point on the ball of the foot. Come straight up the instep to the ankle bone, drop down to the heel, make a little forward circle, come behind the ankle bone, straight up the inside of the body, all the way up the front of the body to K27. Give yourself a little tap. Now we're going to circulation sex. This is nip to tip. So you're going to go to the inside, the outside of the nipple, and you're going to go up over the shoulder and off the middle finger. Other side, side of the nipple, up over the shoulder, down the inside of the arm and off the middle finger. We're going to triple warmer. Turn your hand over. Come to the ring finger. Come straight up the back of the arm, being sure to go over the elbow. Come up to the shoulder. Come all the way up the neck to below the ear. Go around the back of the ear and end at the temple. Now the other side. Ring finger. Up the back of the arm, over the elbow, to the shoulder, to the neck, up to the bottom of the ear, around the back of the ear, and end at the temple. Now we're at gallbladder. Come to the temples. Drop down to the opening of the ear. Come back up to the forehead, make a little circle forward, drop behind the ears to the back of the head, come forward all the way to the forehead, go back again and land at the shoulders. Leave the meridian there, go back and grab it, come forward on the breasts, back on the waist, forward on the hips, slide down the sides of the body and off the fourth toe. Now we're coming to liver. We're going to come to the lateral aspect of the big toe. Come straight up the inside of the body, all the way up to the groin, flare out at the groin. You're going to go up the sides of the body to the bottom of the rib cage, come back over underneath the nipples, give yourself a little rub. Now we're going to go to lung, lung to thumb. So we're going to go up over the shoulder and off the thumb, over the shoulder and off the thumb. Turn the hand over for large intestine. Come to the index finger. Come straight up the back of the arm, across the neck, under the nose, and back to the flare of the nostril. Other side. Come up the index finger, across the neck, underneath the nose, back to the flare of the nose. Now we're at stomach. Come to the cheekbones. Drop down to the chin, circle up to the forehead, come down straight through the eyes, down the face, down the neck to the collarbones. Come out slightly over the breasts, in at the waist, out at the hip, straight down the legs and off the second toes. Now we're back to spleen, medial aspect of the big toe. Come up the inside of the legs, all the way to the groin, flare out slightly, all the way up to the bottom, to the top of the armpit, back down to the bottom of the rib cage. Give yourself a little tap. And now we're back to central and governing. Come straight up the front of the body to the lower lip. Reach behind, come all the way up the back, over the head to the upper lip, and you're done. Ta-da!